What's up, world? It's God I see her. And I'm back in here again with another one here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all go ahead, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you leave a comment. I want to hear your thoughts. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to comment, you know? And also go ahead and like if this resonates with you. You know what I mean? But without further ado, I want to go ahead and dive right in. You know what I'm saying? The concept is surrender. Just give up. Give in. Surrender. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say give up because giving up is not the same thing as surrender. Let me be clear. Surrender. You know, that's the message. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all listen in to the end because I got a lot that I want to cover here. Just a few things. You know what I mean? So first and foremost, I'm saying I'm giving gratitude to the divine, giving gratitude to source, gratitude to Gaia, and gratitude to the ancient ones, my ancestors, the ancient ancestors, the ascended masters, and the ancient ones, the galactic family. So listen here. You know, you ever heard that term, um, a dog howling at the moon? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you've heard that term, a dog howling at the moon. So what's my point here? My first point is this. I know a lot of us have people that intentionally try to sabotage what we do. Even if you don't know it, you have people whose objective is to destroy anything that you do. You know what I'm saying? We talking about spiritual agents, in which I coined that term, by the way. Spiritual agents, you know, energy, vampires, or just downright hateful individuals, right? So what are we saying here? Listen, if you are someone who has gotten to a level of enlightenment, or if you've gotten to a level that you are at a very high vibration, and it's not even that. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna put it like this. Some of us, when we come here and when we incarnate here, we are chosen for a specific mission. You know what I'm saying? We talking about ancient souls who incarnated here in order to enlighten you, in order to be the example for others. Because some of us have been here so many different times and we came back here this lifetime in order to be on the front lines of this shift that is taking place. So we are here on the front lines, which means that we were appointed by our divine council. We were appointed for this position by the universe, the creator. So we have a duty to fulfill. And when I say we, I'm just speaking on the collective of us who know that we have a specific mission. These would be your healers. These would be, your, star seeds, your indigos. You know what I'm saying? These would be, you know, those type of seeds here. Your rainbow children, your starseed children, your indigos, or what some of y'all like to call chosen. But I don't like to use that term because people use it too loosely. So what I'm saying is we have a specific mission here, which means that if it's our duty to be here to assist humanity with this shift, to assist others with this shift, we came here to be the example. We had to be sacrificed. We had to sacrifice ourselves in order for others to be free. See, a lot of you listening don't understand the level of pain. You don't understand the level of sacrifice. You don't understand how much darkness has to be endured by one in order for them to bring you this message or a message like this, or to bring you whatever service it is that they're bringing to you. And this can go for anyone who has a higher purpose or a higher calling. You know what I'm saying? Your divine ones. No matter whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? You could be a musician. You could be a speaker. You could just be somebody who just enlightens others no matter where you are on your day-to-day, but you know that you have a specific mission. Everybody's not going to shine their light the same, but we all have an equal assignment. When I'm talking about those of us who are chosen for the mission, when I'm talking about those of us who are selected by Source to come here to usher in this change, because a lot of people in humanity right now are really just babies. They're children. I don't care how old you are physically. Age does not even exist when we're talking about souls. We're talking about souls. There's no such thing as time outside of this realm. So when I'm talking about people or children or babies, it don't matter if they in their 70s, 80s, or 90s. They can still be babies, meaning this is their first time incarnating here. And when you talk about children, you're talking about a lot of those who have not really been here before. So what I'm saying here is they're babies in terms of their soul's evolutionary process in the incarnation cycle, in the reincarnation cycle. They're young souls, so they don't yet get it. But those of us who are older souls who have been here multiple times, we come back so that we can help others on their ascension. Because we've done this multiple times already. So what am I saying here? So what I am saying is this. The people that, a lot of y'all, you always looking for somebody to attack in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? You looking for somebody to attack. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in your nature. That's what you came here to do. You are an enemy to those closest to you. You are an enemy. You know what I'm saying? You are a snake. And it's your job to come and try to take down whatever the person next to you who's doing something to uplift. It's your job to try to take them down. You know what I'm saying? People will do things such as try to betray you in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? They'll even go as far as to try to go and send energy your way. They'll even go as far as to try to do spell work on you and shit like that. Little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they're not even paying attention to their own situation. They're not even taking their energy and putting it into themselves because they're too busy focused on the next person. They doing all of this to somebody, and meanwhile, a lot of times you might not even realize that this person is even doing this. You never knew this person had a problem with you because you're busy focusing on your mission. Meanwhile, they sitting there in secret competition with you. They're a hidden enemy of yours, and you don't even know it. And meanwhile, while they throwing these darts at you, it's like they fighting something that's not even fighting them. You don't even see them. You don't notice them. You're not paying them any attention until spirit makes you aware that they even exist. So what I want to tell those people, like, surrender. Because you never know who that person is that you are attacking. You don't know the type of protection that person has around them. Because anytime you put your fucking hands on someone who is ordained by source to come here and enlighten humanity, you have severely violated a law. You don't fuck with people who are here raising the consciousness of the planet, who are here assisting people, who are here raising the vibration. Those are people that you don't touch. See, when you do that, you don't realize what you're doing is committing spiritual suicide. Surrender. Surrender. Because every time you throw a dart at a person like that, every time you go in your little bag to try to, you know what I'm saying, perform, you know, your little rituals and your little ceremonies, or you go out of your way to, you know what I'm saying, send hatred or hateful energy towards one of the divine ones, you're digging yourself a deeper grave. So you might as well just go ahead and surrender. Because your arms are too short to box with God. You're like a dog howling at the moon. You're like a dog howling at the moon. So to those of you who are listening to this right now and you are, you know, you feel as though you're pursuing your purpose. You feel like you're here helping others. It don't matter which way you're doing it in. You doing positive things in your situation. You know what I'm saying? You doing shit that a lot of people don't even have the courage to do. But you got this one person or two people or three or four or even five, or you got people that's in your family. You got people who you thought were friends of yours, associates. Low key, sending you a lot of evil eye. Sending you a lot of evil eye. So if you listen to this, I want you to know that shit is not going to work. You are chosen for your specific mission. So whenever somebody take a swing at you, it's like they punching at the air. They punching at the air. So what I want you to do, if you are someone who's sending attacks at people, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, if you're just a hater, you like to send evil energy evil eye toward people and shit for no fucking reason. I want you to go to the store, right? I want you to find you a white flag. I want you to buy that white flag. And I want you to go home. And I want you to wave that motherfucker in the air and surrender. Because you're fighting a losing battle. You don't realize that those who are chosen seeds have a certain level of protection around them. Not only is there protection, there is also aligning forces. There are also spiritual allies around chosen seeds. So when you piss off one of them, when you fuck with a chosen seed, you're not only pissing off that person, you pissing off 1,000 other very powerful ancestors that is surrounding that chosen seed, because it's their job to make sure that seed comes here to deliver the message. And if you getting in the fucking way of that, none of those energies that are surrounding that person is going to allow that. It is their job to protect that person, because that person is ordained. It's like a cease and desist on a spiritual level. It's like hands off. You can touch this person, but you cannot touch this person, if you catch my drift. So you better be very mindful of who you fuck with out here. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very mindful. Surrender. Just surrender. Throw in the towel while you can. You know what I'm saying? For one, if you even thinking like that, that shows that your vibration is too low anyway. You're vibrating entirely too low to even begin to even fuck with a person that's on that level with that type of mission. You're not even there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you were, you would be more focused on joining alignment and joining forces with that person to make some powerful shit happen. But you're more concerned about dragging the next person down because you're dissatisfied within your damn self. You're dissatisfied with your own self. Surrender. Go ahead. You just punch in the air. You just punch in the air. I'm doing this for my chosen seeds because it's a lot. I'm doing this one for the chosen seeds. All of you who are chosen seeds, you know who you are. Star seeds, you know who you are, because I know that y'all always feel these attacks coming from people close to you. I want to let y'all know that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm with you. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Your light is too strong. You know, you are ordained. You are anointed. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing on the physical plane that can harm you. There is nothing of a lower frequency that can harm you. You know, in all retrospect, in all actuality, you have the power to end a lot of these people. But it's no need, because they're going to end themselves for fucking with a chosen seed, for fucking with one of the divine ones, for fucking with one of the gods, or, you know, who came here to deliver. You don't fuck with people who help people. You know what I'm saying? These people are here assisting you. And instead of you saying thank you, or instead of you trying to contribute, you know, you send your shit toward this person. You hate. You know, you hate for no apparent reason. You send envious energy toward people. You backstab and betray people because you have work to do yourself. You know what I mean? Surrender. Just go ahead. Surrender. Matter of fact, just keep swinging. Eventually, you're going to wear yourself out. You're just punching at the air, howling at the fucking moon, thinking that you're getting by with something, when in reality, you're not getting by with anything. You think don't nobody see you, but that all-seeing eye is always watching you. Yeah, that's right. See, that's the thing that you don't understand. You try to cloak yourself, you know what I'm saying? You try to hide yourself when you're committing these acts against people as if though they won't find out, but they will. Doing sneaky shit when we supposed to be learning. When we supposed to be learning. We come down here to learn, and we each and every one of us have our own path and destiny. Our destiny is to learn. We have a certain path to walk, and there's lessons that has to be learned when we incarnate back down here on this planet. If you have been here before, or if this is your first time, there's lessons to be learned. We don't have time to be sitting here fucking around because somebody want to be a fucking hater, because somebody want to be, you know what I'm saying, envious. Somebody want to practice this bullshit. You know what I mean? They want to send this toxic energy toward people for no fucking reason because they cowards. But in the end, the divine, the chosen seeds will prevail. Your time is up, people. And when I say time is up, again, I'm talking to those who are, you know what I'm saying, consumed by the darkness. Let me explain something. When you consumed by darkness, you don't know nothing else. You can't get the fuck out of the darkness, so you try to project your darkness onto others. A person that's consumed by darkness, who think that they know how to work with darkness, they don't really know how to work with darkness, because if they did, they would know how to transmute that darkness into light. See, that's the difference. See, a person who is consumed by darkness is imbalanced. They're not balanced. They're only on one side of the coin. But a person who has become the light has already been through the fucking darkness. This is why they smile. This is why they smile. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about putting on all black. You don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, rocking skulls and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about that, because we already been there and know how to go the fuck back if need be without being consumed by it. This is what they don't understand. Surrender. You're fighting a losing battle when you're fighting against a chosen seed. You're fighting a losing battle when you go up against righteousness. When I say righteousness, let me be clear. We are not talking about no religious shit over here. This is all, we're talking about energy. We're talking about chosen seeds. We're talking about those who were chosen for a specific mission by source to come here and carry that mission out. A mission that is greater than us. Your mission is greater than you. You know what I'm saying? And I say it all the time. This mission is greater than me. The mission is bigger than me. Your mission is bigger than you. It affects those around you. So whenever somebody steps in the way of that, they are not only affecting you or trying to affect you. There's hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe millions of others who they are standing in the way of them getting what they need because they want to be on some bullshit. But it don't matter what they do, because every time they do something of the sorts, there's an energy and there's a force that comes toward them, and it will completely annihilate anything that they try to put together, and eventually they will be consumed. You know what I'm saying? So surrender. Just give up. Just throw in the towel. Or you can keep swinging and wear yourself the fuck out. Because there are some things that you just can't touch. You're trying to swing at some shit that's not physical. You can't even touch it. You can't even touch it. You're trying to do something to something that you can't even fucking see. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear here. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's the first part of what I wanted to talk about on this. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the second part of this thing here is to talk to anyone who is going through or facing any type of challenge. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of you go through things and, you know, you become afraid of that challenge. So we're talking about surrender. You know what I mean? Surrender. You know, I know that things look a certain way to you on the outside. See, this is the thing. When you truly trust Source, a lot of you say that you trust Source. You say that you're being divinely led by your ancestors, your spiritual team. You know what I'm saying? If you truly are being divinely led, then whenever you get to a storm, then it's up to you to trust. You're carrying too much weight. You're carrying too much pain. You got to surrender all of that shit. Surrender. You know what I mean? I'm not just talking to those who like to throw darkness toward other people when shit ain't going well in their situation. I'm also talking to my chosen seeds. I'm also talking to anyone who's facing certain situations. The best way to win any battle is to not even go to war with it in the first place. Completely surrender. Completely surrender. When you finally surrender to Source and give all your baggage and your energy away, release it. Stop trying to fight it, because you're fighting against some shit that you can't beat. It's not even supposed to be a fight. It's like you swimming upstream. You're fighting against the current. You're fighting against the tides. Yeah, you're going through a situation, but you got to change your perception. Stop trying to go against the grain. See, the way spirit moves is not necessarily the way you fucking humans move. You got to take your human mind out of the equation, and you got to look at this from the viewpoint of Source. We're talking about the creation, the creator of all. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the Tao, the nothingness. This shit is way bigger than you. And if you came here with a mission, there's a map laid out before you for you to carry this mission out. You got to trust that no matter how many rocky roads you cross, how many rivers you cross, how many storms you run into, you got to trust that you are still on that path that was laid out before you incarnated here. And this is why you have to surrender. You can't possibly think that everything along your path was going to be easy or was going to be sunshine, because sunshine wouldn't be special if darkness did not exist. So you got to surrender to the darkness. You got to surrender to something greater than you. You are that greatness, because the infinite energy of the divine creator is also in you, which makes you an infinite creator. But if you're fighting against anything that comes your way, if you're fighting against every challenge, trying to fight it, trying to resist change, then you fighting with your own power. And that's something that you can't win. Your arms are too short. You don't have to fight. All you got to do is surrender. Stop trying to take control of everything. Release the need to control. You know what I'm saying? Release the need to control. Slow down. Breathe deeply. Release and be quiet. Be silent. Just let go. Just let go. Don't even try. You ain't got to try to do shit. It's all happening anyway. It's all happening simultaneously across multiple dimensions. Energy exists throughout all dimensions, and it even supersedes space and time. So everything that's happening is already predestined to happen. Now you have free will to do whatever you desire, but just know that when you swim upstream against the current instead of swimming with the current, you're fighting a losing battle. And the harder you swing and the harder you fight against that thing, the harder it's gonna get for you. The more resistance you're going to meet. It's like lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? It's like lifting weights. The more weight you put on that bar, the harder it is to push it up. Just let go. Just let go. Take the load off. Let go of the load. If you truly trust your ancestral team and you truly trust Source, then you will surrender all of that shit that's bothering you. It ain't nothing that you're going to be able to do about it, but make yourself sick, worrying, stressing. See, this is a test. Your spiritual team, your ancestors and Source wants to know if you really trust them the way you say you do. You say you trust them, but soon as a situation comes and shit gets a little tumultuous for you, or you have to go through a dark night, you start crying, and that is okay, but you start stressing. Like, oh man, shit, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? I don't know what to do. You know, you know what I'm saying? I lost this, I lost that, I lost my best friend, and I thought this was my best friend, and it's hurtful, it's painful. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do? You know, I'm trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? Depression is setting in on me. What am I gonna do? What you're gonna do is release it. The more you focus your energy on the problem, the bigger the problem becomes. Surrender. And that is the topic. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about surrendering all that shit to spirit. Give it to spirit and let spirit handle the rest. Just do your part. Your part is to show up for you. Pour into your own cup. You know what I'm saying? Step outside your home, your comfort zone. Take a walk in nature. Ground. Put your feet on the ground. Go do something that you don't typically do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get your spiritual hygiene up to par. Clean yourself up. Heal yourself. And while you doing that, the rest, spirit will take care of. Don't worry about the problems. Don't worry about the issues so much. If it's done gotten to a point to where it's that far gone, it's beyond your control, let it go. Surrender. And you will see that if you surrender and allow yourself to flow along with the process, that you'll end up exactly where you're supposed to be. You got to surrender. You know what I'm saying? So that's the topic. You know what I mean? Wanted to touch on this. And I hope that, I know it's two parts to this because, initially I started off talking about those who, are your hidden enemies, those who, are throwing darts at you. You know what I'm saying? The first part of that was telling them that, they need to surrender. Because when you fighting against a chosen seed, you fighting a losing battle. Your arms are too short to box with God. You swinging at something. Do you know that you swinging at infinite intelligence? Do you know that you swinging with dark matter energy? You swinging at dark matter energy. Do you really think you can do something with that? Because that's what the chosen seeds come from. We come from that. We are that. And you got people swinging, howling at the fucking moon, hoping to get something, hoping to get some type of satisfaction out of bringing the next person down. That was the first part of this video. The second part is telling you to surrender to any challenges that you may be facing. So you see how I just gave you both sides of the spectrum as it pertains to surrender. Not only do you got to surrender to the person That's sending this evil eye. They might as well surrender. When you sending that to the wrong people, you're digging yourself a grave. But to those who are the targets of that shit, and you're never a target because you can't be hit. Your frequency is too high. You vibrating too high for low level shit. But I'm just saying, to those of you, you should focus on surrendering any type of challenge. Surrender that shit. What the fuck you gonna do about it anyway? You gonna sit there and cry yourself to death worrying. You know what I'm saying? But you should, listen, when it comes to emotions are energy in motion. So if there's a need to release. Like, let the tears flow. Let it out. If you want to yell. If you want to do whatever, you gotta let it out. Because that's emotions. I'm not saying I'm not saying hold that shit in, because that can create a whole nother problem. It creates stagnant energy in the body. But what I'm saying is, do not get so stuck and wrapped up inside of your problems and issues when they arise that you lose sight of the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? If a tree fell on your fucking car today, a big ass tree fell on your car while you were not in it, and you go outside and you see a tree on your car, you know what I'm saying? And you go to screaming and you feel like, oh man, it's over. I don't know how I'm going to get around. What am I going to do now? And you later discover that somebody has strapped a bomb to your car, that the next time you try to put the key in the ignition and crank it up, that it was going to explode while you were in it. And you realize that was just your ancestors' way of protecting you. Then you would start looking at the situation different. But because you're so caught up in the actual issue, you don't know that there's divine intervention taking place in your situation. This is why you have to raise your frequency and look at things from a higher perspective. Change your view. You know what I'm saying? And just surrender. Because a lot of things that you feel like are problems are really for your own divine protection. You know what I mean? That being said, if you have any type of situation that you're going through and you finding it hard to surrender that situation, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with the loss of a loved one and you don't know how to cope. You're dealing with the loss of a relationship or a spouse. You're dealing with anything in regards to health challenges or anything like that, and you need some type of assistance. I am here for you. I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying? I'm at your service. You can definitely consult with me. You know what I'm saying? We can do a one-on-one session, however you feel, and whatever I discover in that session, whatever energy I pick up during that session, I'll let you know. And we can cover whatever needs to be done in order to get you on the right track and getting you back into your power space. And you can reach me via email by going to info@thehouseofancestors.com. Again, that email is info@thehouseofancestors.com. Tell me how I could be of assistance. If you want to do a consult, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? If you got any questions, let me know. If you would like to donate to the channel, let me know. You know, or you can look in the description for the Cash App. And again, I hope this message resonated with you. And remember to surrender. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'll catch y'all next time. And don't forget to like this video, man. If you watching it and if it resonate with you, like it and share it. We gotta get the algorithm going here. You know what I'm saying? So that this message can reach whoever needs to hear it. You know what I mean? Share this. Share the link. Copy it, share it. Share it with somebody that you know. Share it on your social media. It only takes 1 second. So again, man, I appreciate everybody for listening. I thank you for listening. I really do. I thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Until next time. Peace.